Hey guys, okay, so top secret. Don't tell my kids, but next Christmas we are planning a really special trip down to Universal Orlando. Now, last year my husband and I took our anniversary trip to Universal Orlando because we are just Harry Potter freaks, right? So we love Harry Potter. And when we used to live in Florida, and we lived down in Florida, in the Central Florida area when the Harry Potter world came out. And unfortunately, my husband and I just could not afford it. Our son was really little. We had just found out that he had autism. We couldn't find a daycare for him. We couldn't even find a sitter for him. There was just no way that not only could we afford tickets to go to Universal, but we couldn't find anyone to watch our son at the time for a whole day for us to just disappear and have a nice day out. So we decided for our anniversary this last year that we were going to go to Harry Potter World, kind of a dream come true for us. We've been waiting for 10 years, whatever, to go, however long it's been since they opened. And every 5 years, my husband and I plan a trip, just us with no kids. Whether it's, a 2-day trip out or a week-long trip out, whatever we have been able to save up and budget for, that's what we do, just so the two of us can have some time together. So the kids have seen all of our fabulous pictures from Harry Potter World last year, and they just love Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, and they were really jealous that we got to go to Universal, but they were really happy for us, and they were like, yeah, we'd really love to go someday, but I knew they were going to ask because they knew, we can't really afford to go, all of us. So my husband and I decided to take them for Christmas Day and save up for a while and try to get us all down there to go. Tickets are a lot cheaper to Universal during the Christmas holidays, which is really nice. So we're kind of watching the sales this year to know when to buy our tickets for next year. Now, my kids have no idea, and we are planning our entire Christmas holiday and gifts around our trip to Universal. So we're going to start out every December 1st. We bring out our advent calendar, which I meant to grab, but what I'm going to do for next year, because the kids don't know, is I'm going to take the letters from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and I'm going to write one letter on each piece of paper. And every day in my advent calendar, there's going to be one letter. I'm not going to explain to the kids. I know they're going to be really confused. We're not even going to put them in order. They're going to have to collect all these letters. I think there's 30-ish. I have to recount. And they are just going to have to figure out, hopefully save the letters and try to figure out what it is by the end of the month. I'm kind of hoping that they're not going to figure it out. I'm going to save some of the more obvious letters to put these together until later in the month. So that's one thing we're going to do. The other thing I'm going to do is, they don't know that we're going to go on a trip. And so I still want it to look like we're having Christmas at home like we always do. But we're not going to have the regular Christmas presents under the tree like we normally do because we're going to Universal for our Christmas present, but they'll still have a few small gifts. So I'm going to buy wrapping paper in Hogwarts house colors with no name tags on them, so they have no idea whose gifts are under the tree, and they will be sorted by house colors. Now, we're hoping that a couple days before Christmas, we're just going to hop in the car with the kids not even realizing what we're doing, and they're just going to have to not know where we're going until we show up. The last time we did this, no joke, we got to the border of Canada from the Chicagoland area before they finally looked up from their TV. I couldn't believe it, guys. I mean, road trips are great, and the little TVs and the DVDs in the car are great for distracting kids, but I couldn't believe it. We made it all the way to the border, and they only looked up and realized it because we had to get out our passports. It was insane. So, they thought they were taking me to the airport, and obviously we're a long way from the border. So we get to the border, and they're like, oh, what do we need passports for? And we're like, oh, we're just, taking a little road trip. They didn't know where we were going. It wasn't until we drove and pulled up and drove right past Niagara Falls did they look up and see what they were doing, and they were like, wow, that looks like Niagara Falls. They had no idea, guys. They had no idea how far we'd gone, which blows my mind. So I'm kind of interested. They're a little bit older now, so I think that they're going to catch on a little bit quicker. So I'm kind of interested to see how long it actually takes them to figure out we're driving down to Florida. But what I wanted to do, because we're not going to have a ton of money to buy souvenirs and, go crazy while we're down there, but I really want this to be a special trip for them, and it is the Christmas holidays. So my key to magic is pre-planning. So I've just started buying souvenirs for our road trip. And my boys are 11 and 9 right now, and they're at the age like they love mystery boxes and anything that they don't know what it is, blind boxes, blind bags, like insane obsession. A lot of your kids probably are the same way. So for next year, I am buying little things all year long, and I'm designing universal themed mystery boxes. Okay, so I'm going to take you through some of the stuff that I have today, which is kind of a lot. It's kind of piling up, but I have 3 kids, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I've bought. I'm going to tell you how much this stuff costs because I'm trying not to spend a ton, and I'm spreading it out over the whole year. So I picked up at the Dollar Tree. I picked up these Spider-Man candy sticks. And yes, I did buy the candy a year ahead of time. Their kids will still love it. So I got the candy sticks for $1 for this whole pack. And then for each child, I picked up at the Dollar Tree these Minion magic towels. These are the ones that you just throw in the water and the washcloths appear. So they can actually use these on the trip. And then at Target, after Halloween this year, I bought some Halloween clearance candy, which was all Jurassic World. So my boys love Jurassic World, and as you know, that's part of the Universal theme parks. And so we got these, the dipping candy sticks, Jurassic World themed. These were all on clearance after the holidays. And I bought 3 of these chocolate dinosaur eggs with, do they have dinosaur gummies inside? It has a gummy dinosaur inside. Alright. So hopefully these will still be good next year. Hopefully. The kids will love them. So I don't want to have too much candy because let me tell you, having kids in the car for a couple thousand miles and sugar does not mix very well. So I might leave some of the candy stuff until we are in the hotel room for a later time. So that's some of the candy I bought. Wait till you see what else I got. So the thrift store, the Dollar Tree, eBay, these are all like my best friends when it comes to pre-planning and buying things for the kids for this road trip, right? Alright, so here's some of the other things that I've bought. Alright, this was also at Target. I got really lucky one day and I found all those clearance candies and I found clearance Funko Pop plush. These Harry Potter plushes were $4 a piece at Target. Could not believe it. So I got Hermione for my daughter, got Dobby here, and I've got Hagrid. How cute are these guys? So again, this will be a larger item in one of their mystery boxes, but super fun and a steal of a price. I can't believe how cheap I got those. I'm also collecting over the next year some items that will be Honeydukes similar. So I grabbed a big lollipop to go in their mystery box. I'll stick these here away so I don't have a mess everywhere. Alright, what else did I have? Okay, eBay. I don't know, I'm so obsessed with finding cheap little things to do in here, so it's a great way to pass the time. I found this guy on eBay that sells magnets, and I think that he makes them, but they were like $1.50 a piece. And if you've ever been to Universal, probably ever. I mean, I remember when I was a little kid, it was there. They have a monster cafe and a monster makeup horror show. And all those old scary monsters were really popular at Universal Studios. And I found here a Frankenstein and that swamp monster guy, swamp creature. And these are little magnets that are going to go in my kids' mystery boxes. I was super excited. I mean, these are awesome. I love, love, love these magnets. So let's get these back in the bag here, because I don't want to ruin them before our trip. Again, these are kind of small items except for that Funko plush. So hopefully it won't take up too much luggage room. Since we are driving, we don't have to worry about paying for baggage or anything. Oh, let's see. Oh, yes. Another Target find. This was on my lucky Target day, right? Look at this. This is a Harry Potter sequin shirt. Let's see if you can see it real well. And the sequins, they go up and down. Here we go. You guys, 98 cents. 98 cents for this brand new Harry Potter shirt at Target. I could not believe it. And my daughter, she's 4, so she'll be 5 when we go on this trip. She is going to love this. She knows who Harry Potter is. She hasn't seen the movies because they're too scary for her. But I think she sees my excitement and my husband's excitement and the boys. So she gets pretty excited about it. Alright. Oh, yes. Okay, so this was one of my favorite finds on eBay. And I kind of searched high and low for this. And I didn't even know they made these. This is just, I found by searching online. You guys, E.T. blind bags. I'm not even joking. Look at this. E.T. blind bags. And each blind bag, of course, has a figure. So you can collect all 6 figures. I bought 4 blind bags just because that was the good price and the bulk thing there. So, again, my kids like the older movies. It's really kind of a big thing. E.T. is a classic at Universal. So I bought my boys each 2 E.T. blind bags. They're going to freak out over how cool these things are. Alright, so E.T. blind bags. Let's see what else we got. Alright. I'm going to save this one for last because it'll be noisy. Let's see, what do I have in this bag? Oh, yes. Okay. So, if you have ever tried to buy Harry Potter candy, you know it's expensive. And like a chocolate frog, now the ones at Universal, they're big, right? And they're like $10. But just to buy jelly slugs or Birdie Bots, you know, they kind of add up, especially if you have a couple kids you're buying for. So I was super, super excited at my Walgreens when I found Harry Potter candy for $1.99 each, which was perfect for buying for these mystery boxes. So I grabbed these little jelly slug bags. These were like $2. I got one for each kid. And unfortunately, mine only had 1 cool box of Birdie Beans in stock. And so I have to go back and see if I can get some more of these Birdie Bots. But these will be perfect. Perfect, perfect for their blind bags. And then I'm going to actually be making chocolate frogs. I have a chocolate frog mold that I'll leave a link for you guys. And it's super easy. You just throw some melted chocolate in there. I like to make it a little different. I add a little bit of green candy melt in there so the frogs are green. But they're fantastic. And they're super easy to make. They freeze well. So I'm making those for the road trip. Let's see. I think this is it. Oh, no, I have something in here too. Oh, okay. So my boys are into vintage video games, retro games. Anything pretty much from the 1900s, they call it. They love gaming. We've got an original Super Nintendo. This year for Christmas, we're buying them a Retron, which you can play Super Nintendo, and Sega. We have an original Nintendo. I don't know what I just said. And they also have handheld Game Boys, things like that. So we found a E.T. Game Boy cartridge that I picked up at the thrift store, which got really lucky with that. But so I bought them an E.T. game cartridge for the road trip to keep them busy while we are driving there. And I actually bought this next thing. I was going to buy it for this year for Christmas before we had even planned this Universal trip. Probably the nostalgia since I had just got there. But I found this awesome Shrek 2 drinking jug, right? So it says Swamp Cooler on this side and Donkey's here. And then on the back side it says Shrek 2. And it's got you can kind of see a green inlay here on the handle. And this thing's huge. Look how giant this thing is. It had the tags on it, you guys. Somebody had bought it and never even used it. So I don't know if this came from Universal or if it was, you know, some novelty thing. But it's a Shrek 2 thing, and they've got Shrek there at Universal as well. And so this is going to be probably a gift like before we leave. I don't know if I'm going to want this big old thing in the car. But it's awesome. Alright. I don't want to pull that one out yet because it is going to make a lot of noise. And I don't know if it shuts off or not. So I bought one very large item for each child for our road trip. Alright. So you see this huge box here? I bought it at Walmart. It was on clearance for like $4 or $5. Guys, it's so silly and it's so ridiculous. It's kind of probably going to be like a one-time thing. But so excited about it. Alright. Look at this. Have you seen those giant heads in the store that are like $20? Look at this guy. Oh my gosh, my kids are going to go crazy. This is a Jurassic World one. So I got this for one of the kids. Alright, we've got, for my daughter, a unicorn, which is going to be the unicorn from Minions. Let's see, it's kind of flat, I've been storing it in there. And, you know, of course, 4-year-old wants a big unicorn, so thankfully we can say that's the unicorn from Minions. And, dun dun dun, a shark, which we are going to say is from Jaws. Oh my goodness, my kids, they watch these YouTube videos about rides at theme parks that aren't around anymore, like Jaws, and they love Jaws. They watch it every chance that they can get, and they're going to freak out when they see these ridiculous giant heads that are probably going to take like a whole suitcase just for these heads. It's insane. Alright, so there's those. I'm trying to think. I bought a couple other things that are on the way that were only like $1 or $2. Oh, I grabbed some Jurassic Park baseball hats for like $4 on eBay, so I got the kids that, so they can wear them at the parks. I can't remember anything else offhand, but I do know that I have a couple small items coming, so I'll have to update you with those later. Alright, and the last thing, alright, total fluke that I found this at the thrift store, and I bought it because my son loves Jaws. And this was before we were going on our trip, so I had no idea that we were going on our trip when I bought this. Never seen this before. It is so cool. Oh my goodness, look. It's like those Billy Bass fish, except that it is actually a Jaws version. So, I'm going to play it for you, and I don't know if it's going to, well, there is an off button. Okay, here we go. Isn't this fantastic? I don't think he moves. He's kind of old. Oh, look! Look! Oh my gosh! His mouth is moving! Oh, this is fantastic. Ah! It didn't turn off! Alright, hold on. Alright, it's just going to keep playing and playing, and the off button does not work. So I wanted to share this with you guys. This is so cool. I am really excited, you guys. And everything I showed you, oh my goodness. And plus all the stuff that I have bought that is shipping here, I think I spent like $25, it's under $30 for everything so far, which really isn't that bad. It makes it about $10. I'll probably break the bigger gifts up, and then the little gifts do like little mystery box gifts in the car, or when they wake up every morning, or when we come back from Universal for the day. I don't know. Anyways, the bulk of our savings is going to be for the actual tickets. If the winter is warm in Florida, we will camp overnight. Otherwise, we will use our hotel rewards points from our credit card. We're storing up for some free rewards so that we can get a package deal pretty inexpensively. But that's it. This is exactly what I do. It kind of takes a lot of room in my closet, but it really builds up a lot of excitement for me. Pretty sure I get more excited than the kids about this kind of stuff. But again, they have no idea we're going to Universal. So if you know them in real life, please don't tell them, because that would kind of ruin our surprise. So that's what you do. eBay, AliExpress, you can look there for cheap stuff. Thrift stores, clearance. You saw I got a ton of stuff at Target on clearance. Walmart clearance. Just keep your eyes peeled. Pre-planning is really the key, because over 12 months you're bound to see something for your upcoming road trip, or your travels, or your attractions, or your special days, or whatever it is that's going to be on clearance or inexpensive somewhere that you're really going to love. So thank you guys. Tell me what you think in the comments. I mean, I love this kind of stuff, and I talk to a lot of people, and I don't know, they don't do this kind of stuff, and to me it's just normal. But let me know if you do stuff like this, if you pre-plan and buy these trips and have all this excitement going on. So let me know, guys. Thanks.